everyone. Today we're going to talk about normal goods and inferior goods. So normal goods are goods that as your income increases, you buy more of them. So as your income increases, maybe you buy more chocolate chip cookies, or you buy more lattes, or you buy more steak. Now the opposite of a normal good is an inferior good. So an inferior good is that as your incomes rise, you buy less of the good. So for example, at least the most common example I know is Spam. So as your incomes rise, you buy less Spam. Maybe you buy some chicken or you buy some beef, but you buy less Spam. Now, this is an important concept when we think about people losing their jobs right now. During COVID, we have a lot fewer. Sorry, I have some frying stuff going on right here. But as our people are losing their jobs, then they may be turning to these inferior goods. So just as your incomes rise, you buy less of the good, vice versa is true. As your incomes fall, you're going to buy more of the good. Okay? So we can think sometimes of fast food restaurants. As incomes fall, people go to fast food restaurants more than regular restaurants. So everyone gets offended, or not everyone, but there's always someone in the class that gets offended when I say Spam is an inferior good. So I've never actually eaten Spam, so I'm setting out today, the very first time, to eat some Spam. So I am frying some Spam here. I've got some sushi rice that I've cooked up, and I've got some seaweed. I'm going to combine those three things and apparently get a delicious treat. So I'm going to come back when I've got it all ready. Okay, so I've got my Spam Musabi, which is apparently a popular dish in Hawaii. And it's got seaweed, rice, fried Spam, and some soy sauce. I think it would also be delicious if I added a little eel sauce, which is a combination of sugar and mirin condensed. And it's delicious on sushi, so I bet it would have been good here, but I didn't make it for this taste test. But thanks to Dallas Gilmore for the recipe, who apparently loves this and grew up eating lots of Spam. So here we go. It's not bad. It's pretty good, actually. Spam Musabi, try it out.
Okay, this is for you, Susan, so you know how to make Spam Musabi. I took pictures of all the ingredients, and I'm just going to do how to put it together. So you get your seaweed paper, and you'll notice that there's lines on your seaweed paper. You want to make sure that those lines are set down so that when you put the press, they're perpendicular to the press. So if I put the press down, it's this way. That way that when you cut the two musubis apart, it cuts pretty well. One side's a shiny side, one side's a rough side. It doesn't really matter which one you put down, but I usually put the shiny side down on the cutting board. So put that down, and then I put my press down so that it's pretty much right in the center of the seaweed, and there's equal parts on the top and the bottom. And then the first part is getting a little scoop of rice, place it in there, kind of spread it out a little bit, and then you get the top of your press that you put in a bowl of water. That's just to keep it so the rice comes off easier, and then cleans it, kind of keeps the rice on it. And you just press it down, take the press out, put it back in the bowl of water, and then you take your norikomi furikake rice seasoning, sprinkle a little bit in there, get your soy sauce. This is if you didn't do the glaze. I think the glaze is pretty cool. Probably try that next time. Put a little bit of soy sauce in there, and then get your fried Spam. Again, it's about a 1/4 inch slice. Place it in the press. Add more rice, about the same that you did before on the bottom. Try so that you can keep it even. Get the press top. Press it again. Now the second time you press it, when you press it down, you're gonna you're gonna hold the top in and take the container off. So that makes a nice little rectangular cube there. And then just lightly hold the rice and take this isn't coming off very well, but you can take this off. That's what the water's for. Sometimes the rice is really hot, okay, and sticky. All right, and then you do one right next to it.
So that's why it's important to try to keep it right in the center. Your press should be just on the outside of the seaweed in the middle. That'll make it just right. And you do the same thing over again. Rice first. Spread it in the bottom. After you make a couple, you notice how much rice you should put in the bottom, because if you put too much rice in the bottom, then it's kind of uneven and it'll be hard to close. But you always want to put the same amount of rice in the bottom as you do in the top. Some sauce. You can put other sauces in here. I've put sriracha sauce in here for some spicy ones. Spam. And I try to keep the spam to about a quarter of an inch. It makes it pretty good thickness. That was a little bit more rice than I put before. That's okay. And press the top. Again, holding the top on the second press, taking the press out, taking the top off. And then just
On this, now you're just gonna fold it. So you take the bottom piece, fold it to the top. And it's really important to get sticky rice that's really moist. Otherwise, if you get like a drier rice, a basmati rice or something like that, the seaweed's not gonna stick to it. So that's why I showed you the cow rose rice that we use. And then I dip my fingers in the water and get the top of the paper a little bit wet so that when I fold the top over, it sticks pretty well. And then I'll do it one more time. And then you notice that there's a little space in between. I forgot to show you that, but there's a little space in between the two musubi cakes, right? About the size of this. So you just kind of got to feel for it. Cut it with your knife. And then there you have your musubi wrapped in seaweed. So that's why you try to get the same amount of rice on the top and the bottom, and about a 1/4 inch Spam slice. And then you put it on your plate, and then the seaweed will just compress down over the rice as it cools. That's it.